Now we're live, we're live. Good evening, everyone, and happy weekend. It depends on your time zone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It depends. So I want to welcome you to another powerful episode of Men's Sport Podcast, which is called Mind Over Matter. Today we have someone special in our midst. But before then, I'll tell you a bit about what we do here. It's a safe space where we talk about family, about focus, about freedom, about careers, and about a lot of things that could make life better. All about community, all about supporting the society. That's what it's all about. And I'm your host tonight. My name is Tope Dada, and today's conversation is one I believe will leave you thinking deeper, standing tall and connecting more meaningfully to your roots. The theme of this episode is mind over matter, uniting minds through African heritage, especially for people in diaspora. It's easy, when you are far away from home and in a time when identity, mental health, and cultural disconnection affects so many, especially African adults in diaspora. Today's discussion brings a message of hope, healing, and heritage. And we have someone in our midst that I'll be bringing on board. He's a lecturer and investor of Bradford. He's a mentor to many. He's a father to many, and he's a role model. And he's someone that he lives and breathes cultural empowerment, and community support. He is the founder of Bradford African Festival of Arts. He's the president of Nigerian community in Bradford and also the head of Africa Business Association. He has a lot of titles and he does a lot for the community and the society. And we are so honored and proud to have him in our midst today. He's a strong voice in community leadership. Dr. Kolawole Olusola Akinborode, who is also known as Oak, the son we are so delighted to have today, and we are so honored to have him here. That's why I can see that I'm all smiles. And the reason why we are bringing him today is something big is happening in our city of Bradford, West Yorkshire, United Kingdom. That's the biggest African festival in the whole of Europe. I don't know about North America, but I've not seen any that they've done in those parts of the world, or maybe Asia, or maybe in the Antarctica, Australia, New Zealand. I've not seen that. But in the whole of Europe, BAFA is the biggest African festival. You can debate with me. You can argue with your keypad and ask questions and Google it and check it out. We had one last year which was so powerful and the turnout was so massive. And this year is getting better, it's getting bigger, it's getting massive. So we are honored to have in our midst today Dr. Kolawole Olusola Akinborode, that everybody knows as Dr. Hope. Please, we'd like to welcome him. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so very much. Like called you, I used to call you Minister Topper Dada. So thank you for having me on this wonderful show. I do not take it for granted at all. So thank you, and thank you to our viewers as well.
You're highly welcome, sir. Tonight, because of our time, he just got back from a trip, and we have to do everything fast so that he can rest. Rest is very important to the body, and the festival is coming up in the next 2 weeks, and a lot is going into that. A lot of rehearsal activities because music, dance, spoken word, poetry, from every part of the world, from our Caribbean brothers as well. We have the Cameroonian community, Malawian, Namibia, Zambia, Ghana, Nigeria, and a whole lot that will be involved in this. And I want to know something. You want to miss this festival because it's gonna be memorable. It's something that you look forward to the next edition, and the next edition is gonna be maybe times 10 of this because BAFA is here to stay and it's here to unite every one of us together. So tonight, without wasting more of our time, I'll quickly just delve into the topic of today. We are asking a lot of questions because we know when it comes to community, especially diaspora, people go through a lot. And the one thing that BAFA will really do and has been doing is, entertainment. It brings in entertainment, bring our culture into, into display, which will make people, those are missed home, to think about, oh, BAFA is bringing home to my doorstep. So tonight, I'll first start by, the first discussion will be on, you've been a key, a key voice in promoting African culture in the UK, and we'd like to ask that what personal journey or experience led you to become an advocate for African heritage in diaspora in the UK as a whole? Because we know that you do more than, affecting life in Bradford. So we'd like you to just share with us so that we are coming up, we can learn, and others watching can know that you are not just that we call it in Africa, in the abroad, to just come and also, and you know. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Minister Topweda, and thank you for having me.
You're welcome,
This is
sir.
my second interview today. When we were traveling in the morning, I had a TV interview in the morning in the car. So, so this is the second one today. So again, thank you for this opportunity.
You're welcome, sir.
Um, Now, looking at community service, I did mention to a lot of people who are very close to me that where I am today is as a result of community service. My being called a doctor today is as a result of a community service that I've done, and
Mm,
is as a result of reward from the community service. And community service is something that I'm so passionate about. I'm not doing it because I want to take a glory, or I'm not doing it because I feel like doing it. It's
mm,
something that has been part of my life from the beginning of my life. For those who knows me very well,
mm,
they can go to my primary school history, secondary school history, university history, and you will see the track record of what we've been able to do, why we were in primary school, secondary school, and the university. And especially coming to abroad, I've been in the UK now. It's going to be going to 12, 13 years,
mm,
and which is away from home. And
mm,
my target is that how can I make the United Kingdom my home? I'm from
mm,
Nigeria. I am not in Nigeria, but what can I do to make it my home?
mm,
And I do not think about myself alone. I also looked at the people that we are here together. You are my brother. Others people also are my brother and my sister. How can we all make it out? What
mm,
is it that we can do to ensure that we will still have the experience of our community? United Kingdom or abroad is a lonely place, whether you like it or not. Back
mm,
in our home country, people can knock at your door at any time. Your friend can come visit at any time. You can take them out at any time. You can wake up
mm,
today and say, oh, I want to go and visit my brother or my friend. But here in the United Kingdom, you can't just wake up and say, oh, I'm going to Tokwe's house without calling Tokwe. I will disappoint myself because Tokwe might not be at home. I've seen family that husband and wife, they don't even see each other, not on the weekend, because once somebody is coming from the shift, the next person is also taking over because
yeah,
of the child.
exactly.
So that is the kind of life we are living. And means all this.
Mm,
What can we do to bring ourselves together? So before the adventure of BAFA, I looked at what can bring people together. There are two things I identify. The first one is sports. I am not a sport person.
mm,
Sincerely, I don't do any Liverpool or Man U because
that's
I
small.
am being careful, or Arsenal, I'm being careful of my, what is it called? High blood pressure. I want to live long. So I don't do all that. And I discovered that culture is another thing, especially in abroad, that can bring people together. And that was how we venture into what is called the Bradford African Festival of Art as a place to bring family together, as a place where we can keep our heritage. It's something that has not happened in the whole of Bradford, you know, before. And I felt that this is a gap that we can fill that gap. And it's not all about me, it's all about you, all about our brother and sister. And I also
mm,
noticed that having something like that will help us to also keep our heritage. Many of our children, I was on a TV interview last week, and I was telling them that many of our children might not go back to our home country in years to
mm,
come. Even during our lifetime, they might not even go back. But BAFA will be a place for them to understand a bit of our heritage, if not all.
mm,
You know, they will be able to understand a bit of our heritage. Oh, this is how we dance in Swahili. This is how we speak Swahili. This is how we dance in Yoruba. This is how we dance in Zimbo. Oh, this is the cloth for Igbo community. Oh, this is how to tie wrapper. All those things are very important for our own generation. And what are we doing in Bafa? We're keeping that heritage. And it is because I love community service. If you put me inside a hole, I will bring out something for you. That is the kind
mm,
of person I am. And there is nothing you can do about it. It's inborn, it's my gift. And that is why I am doing what I'm doing, based on my personal experience of what I've done with the help of God in the past, even back in my home country, Nigeria. That's what we're also doing here, to see how we can
mm.
bring people together.
Wow, that's beautiful. I'm part of BAFA, and I'm always happy whenever we're going out, to do one thing or the other. And you two as well can join us, even if you think that it's too late to be part of the activity team. But on that day, which is from the 13th of August to the 16th of August, come one, come all, and come and have fun, come and enjoy unity in an African way, and something that will leave you carry from now to next year, and it makes you look forward to, wow, I don't need to travel home before I could feel what home is. African
Mm,
food, African clothing, a lot of African music. Just don't worry, we'll see them more into that. And like when we talk about Bafa, which is Bradford African Festival of Art 2025, which the theme is Ubuntu. I somewhat love that name. It sounds like a kind of a war gong, Ubuntu, and which means I am because we are. How does this philosophy of togetherness and collective humanity influence your vision for the festival this year?
you see, I am one of the few people, sincerely, I don't know if I should use that word, that believe in togetherness. One of the reasons why African community don't thrive or don't grow in abroad is because we lack unity, we lack togetherness. Everybody, there is a kind of glory mentality that our people have. It's all about me. I want to be the one that want to take the glory. People do not understand how to work together. So if you look at BAFA, it's not about me. Like I
Mm,
said, it's about you. It's about that child from Zimbabwe community who is yearning to know about their culture. It's
true.
about that little girl who want to understand how to speak Yoruba. It's about that little baby who is thinking, where is my origin? That is
Mm,
what BAFA is all about. And it's all about togetherness. It's all about bringing everybody together. And that is where, when we are looking at the theme for this year, we decided to go to Swahili and
mm,
bring that theme, Ubuntu, because Ubuntu is from Swahili, is a language from Swahili, which means I am because we are.
Yes, Lord.
I am because we are. Before we came into where we are, Bradford in the United Kingdom, there are people that have been here before. There are
Mm,
founding fathers. There are fathers. There are mothers that have fought for us. They fought for us because we are coming. They've laid that foundation for us because we are coming. And when we came in, because of what they have done, it make it easier for us to thrive that we are doing today. If they
mm,
have not fought, like the Windrush generation, that their forefather
mm,
came here and they fought for their children, and that is why you can see them thriving in whatever they are
mm,
doing today. And it is from that team. It is because those people are, and that is why they are doing what they are doing today. It is a collective responsibility to lay a foundation for our unborn children, for someone that will come and take over. Because one day we're going to leave this world. One day I might not be able to organize BAFA again, but we
mm,
want our generation to be able to keep it. I want to see BAFA in the next 50 years being
mm,
organized by somebody from the African origin as well, taking over from us. That is the focus. It is because of Ubuntu. I am because we are.
yes,
It's a
Lord.
message of hope. It's a message that there is nothing we can do individually.
Mhm.
Even the Holy Bible that I believe said that two are better than what? Than
Mhm.
one. You know, he said there is a place in the Bible that said one, just to paraphrase, one will chase 1,000, and how
Mhm.
many will say 10,000? That is the power of unity. And if there is on any message I am putting before our people today, it is unity. There is no way we can grow if we don't come together. There is no way we can make it in abroad if we are not forming a community that is dependable, you know. And that is why we come up with this theme this year. That I am because we are is a philosophy of togetherness, is a philosophy of collective responsibility. We want to influence our worlds together. And I am happy today. Do you know why I'm happy today? Um, I wasn't around today, and I saw that our team, including yourself, you were outside. You were
Mm,
outside preaching this message, even without me. So it's not about Dr. Hook. It's not about me. It's about we. And that is the message we are preaching. But many of us, we don't understand that. Many of
mm,
us, I've said this several times that we have our people, they are living in abroad, but their mentality is still back home. They are still living in their home
exactly.
country. The way they had is still back in the way they had when they are back in their home country. But we
Mm,
need to start thinking about ourselves, about us, not about me. What can we
mm,
do? How can we collaborate? If there's anything I've enjoyed in the United Kingdom is collaboration. Without
yeah.
collaboration, I doubt it if I will be here today. You can imagine how many organizations we are collaborating with
Mm,
under BAFA. You know, it is as a result of working together, networking, building togetherness. Not that, oh,
mm.
it's only me that want to do this. So that is the message of Ubuntu. Is a message of hope. Is a message that it is very important for us to come together as a community.
Wow, that's deep. And I hope everyone is picking one thing or the other because the world and society believe in collective success, which means
Mm,
one working together, the right and the left hand working together to achieve common goal. Even the scripture at the same time preaches the same thing. And I
mm,
believe our people, everyone can just learn this because I so much love this about when you mentioned about the Windrush, and I look at the Caribbean community and I see their togetherness, the way they support each other, and they always been there for each other. It's never too late for us Africans to do the same thing as well. Thank you so much for this, and because of time, we have to just rush in. In your opinion, sir, how does embracing African heritage strengthen our mental health, especially for those far from home? Because even I remember when I was single way back in Nigeria, I know how lonely it might be, even though I still have family members around. I wasn't living in the city where my parents are. At times, I'll be so bored during the weekend. I'll travel on Saturday, come back early morning on Monday to go to work. So now talk of being abroad. So how does embracing African heritage strengthen our mental health? Because that's a big challenge that we African diaspora are facing presently now, especially being far from home.
We are living in a lonely world. It's
Mm,
only those who are living here that can understand. Like I mentioned in my own opening speech the last time, that I can't wake up and said I'm coming to your house.
mm,
But I can do that in Nigeria, you know,
mm,
because in Nigeria we know we work from 8 a.m. Probably to 5, and by 7 p.m. Talk whether that will be at home. So I'm
mm,
going there, you know. In those days, many people we want to visit restaurant, eat together as a friend, not even as a family now. But in this country, it is very difficult because we've got a pattern. You know, our pattern is you go to work, from work you come and sleep. You might have 2 or 3 work together. You might just rest for 1 hour. Before you know it, you jump to another one. You come back again. At times, it's only in churches or in the
mm,
mosque that we see each other and say hello,
mm,
and that's it. There is no time that we can, move together, do things together as family. And that is why we said if we embrace African heritage, it can as well help our mental health.
mm,
I am going to link this to what we are doing in BAFA this year. Entertainment, researchers, I'm a researcher. Researchers found that dancing, for example, listening to music, for example, is a therapy to our mental health. It can be it can help us a lot. I'm going to give you my own example. Early in the morning, when I wake up in the morning, I have a particular song that was sung by one of my favorite musicians, that I must listen to that music before I do anything. You know, even at times before I sleep, is a gospel song. Before, for those who know me, they will know the person I'm talking about. Before I even sleep, I am going to listen to that music every day because it's a therapy. You know, it's a therapy to my mental health. It can soften a lot of things and help me to think well and help me to even relax my mind and help me to sleep. We've got a lot of people here that if they listen to African music as well, this can be of help to them. And that is why we're also introducing a lot of activities during BAFA. You are leading on the music. We are bringing a lot of people. I am sure, based on what we did last year, I can see a lot of people that were really relaxed. They were happy. They were dancing. You
mm.
know, it's just as if they are in Agege Market in Lagos because the crowd was
Exactly.
much. We recorded over 2,000 people, last year. So the crowd, people are, it's just like as if you are in Agege Market. People are buying food from this, from that, and people are listening to music and they were happy. We saw elders coming to come and dance when they listen to those African music. Why? Because that's our heritage. Because that's where we came from. Because that's what we are used to. The dance, the music, the rhythm, you know. So we cannot overemphasize the impact of African heritage on our mental health.
Mm,
It can go a long way to help us mentally, to relax our mind and help us to progress in what we do.
mm. Like what you mentioned, music plays a big role in mental health, and community plays a bigger role. That's why
Mm,
togetherness and oneness really matters. Please,
mm,
come on, come on. Don't miss this year's buffer because it's gonna be massive. I don't know if you might be going to GP and you have been seeing counselor for mental health challenges or something. Don't worry, come around. by the time you get back to the house, it's be like you've gotten a healing. Maybe or you're coming from a miracle service. Wow, thank you so much for this. And I know a lot is gonna happen on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wednesday is the opening ceremony at University of Bradford. Thursday we have the movie section and on Friday we have the cinema, and on the Saturday is the outdoor event proper. We're in summer, so no need of thinking of feeling cold or wearing jacket. Come in African attire and come and have fun to the fullest. That's what will lead to my the next one I want to ask, which is African tradition, dance, language, storytelling is one of our cultural heritage, which causes healing and it connects us to to where we come from. Like someone said, they turn our ancestors to witches and witchcraft, which makes some people forget where they come from. I come from a royal family, and I'm proud of that. I won't say okay because of my religious faith now. I will denounce that. I don't know if they call on me to come and become king. I don't know if I will. But the thing is, we should not forget home. We should not forget where we are from because it really matters. Even if your accent changes, your skin color might not change.
No,
Your
it's not
tonation
possible.
will still be there. I
Yeah.
remember when I was still a student at University of Bradford, and I recently came to a class which was being taken by Dr. Oak that day. And I pumping. I was like, oh, this is the wrong class. Before I left, I heard him when he was lecturing Africans, European, North Americans, Asian, and he still maintained his tonation and diction and everything. So I was like, wow, I'm proud of this. Which is why you see those see our Asian brothers. You see in that they are not ashamed of that. So we shouldn't be
Mm.
ashamed of who we are, where we are from. That's why we should be proud that I am because we are. So, which is like, I would like to ask that which specific elements of African tradition, I've like mentioned dance, language, storytelling, have you seen bring healing and a connection to the people in Bradford and beyond? I know the Asians do a lot about their tradition, culture, which is beautiful, and we are doing so as well. So, maybe you could help us to delve a bit into
I,
this.
I, I think it's all this one you've mentioned is all of them. Dance, language, storytelling. The
Mm,
first time I came to United Kingdom, that was in 2010, I guess. Do you know who I was
mm,
looking for? I was looking for somebody that can even speak my language.
wow.
We are not as many as we had now, you know.
Mm,
Back I landed in Scotland, and I was just looking for the day I went to which of the store? I went to one store and I saw a guy speaking Yoruba on the phone. You can see the joy in
mm.
both of us, you know. You not now that we are everywhere in the street. You can see the joy in both of us. We embrace. I don't know if the guy was even a Muslim then. He's a Muslim. Was a Muslim. So I didn't even know if we grab each other. Oh, you are Yoruba. Where are you from? I'm from this. And do you know, we went home together that.
Wow.
In fact, he slept in my hostel that same day. Why? Because I have been here lonely, I have not seen anybody, and seen somebody that understand my language. No,
Mm,
no, it was a joy. I won't lie to you. So
mm,
just to let you know that language, when you see someone that understand your language, um, it's going to bring joy to you. Each time I go to America as well, I want to see someone that can speak my language. You know, that's one. Now, let's come back to storytelling. In those days, we meet our elders. They tell us Aloy Japa, under the moon storytelling and so on and so forth. We want to listen to them more and more. In fact, in those
mm,
days, if they sent us an errand, you might want to branch first, to go and listen to those stories. And Do you know that we have some elders here in Bradford that still tell us story that I still want to listen to them? I want to ask them questions. We've got a lot of our elders here that they will be telling us, oh, this building was not there in those days. Oh, like that was an elders that came to the university and said, oh, so this is where your office is. I said, yes, this is my office. Oh, he said, oh, in those days, this your office is where we used to do banking. That is the bank here. You want to listen to those stories, and those stories will also lift up your mind, your soul, and say, okay, yes. Oh, so this is where you just picture it and say, okay, so this is where this building used to be. So we still have some of those things now from our elders. And I'm happy because one of us is doing the storytelling, which he is going to perform. He's going to be performing during BAFA as well with the kids. We are able to support him as well. He's been training the kids for the past 3 months on storytelling, different storytelling that we experience. And I believe that storytelling also is a therapy. It helps our mental health. Dancing, even scientifically, researchers also made us know that dancing can be of help. With dancing, you can lose weight. If you are I've seen someone that said the only thing it does
Exactly.
is just to dance in the morning, dance. You can lose weight. And if you are having any issue mentally, that can also be affected. If you're having any issue in terms of your maybe what is it called? Maybe you've got high blood pressure. When you
Depression.
lose weight, that can be of help. So that was why I said all these three things you've mentioned, they are part of mental health. And I've seen each of them, and I've given you an example of how each of them has been helping, especially myself. I've seen people telling stories, and it's settling my mental health, helping me to understand and think straight and say, yes, so this is where we used to be before. So I think I won't say that I want to mention one. I think all of them are something that is really helping the mental health.
Exactly. Like the dance you mentioned, I register at the gym using my student card then, and every month they keep debiting me, but I never attended because. And I remember there was a day that I was talking to Doctor Ogra. He said, he goes to his medals. He goes with his mail to the gym every Friday or something. I can remember very well. I was really motivated that day. So, and my kids love dancing and their mom. So there was a day, whenever they are dancing, I'll just sit at the back. They will know that I'm using style to try and shed some weight, and it really works
Yeah,
because
it does.
the kind of work I do, I sit most times and just have like maybe 2 hours out of like 10 hours to just walk around and everything. And my waist was becoming stiff. And this is really as in is a therapy. We don't really appreciate what we have from Africa
Mm,
because a
yeah.
lot of natural healing therapy, which is something
Mm,
you need to come and experience
yeah.
during Bafa. I remember there
Yeah.
was a young man that had a Yoruba chant last year. I was so Omo Yoruba or something. What is his name? Baba Yoruba or
Mm,
something. I
yeah.
was
Yeah.
I was just remembering me of growing up, reminding me rather of growing up. All those nice stories and
Oh, the chant.
though
Yeah.
they were all fables. But we so much believe it that whenever you see a tortoise, you'll be like, oh, this tortoise is a
Uh,
liar or something like that. But they are really, something that it helps morals. It's and it gives a kind of like, oh, this is the way to do this and that and everything. We are so blessed in Africa. We are so blessed. Come on, come around and enjoy Bafa. Ubuntu, I am because we are.
yeah,
I so much
because we.
love that thing because it's a collective, it brings togetherness,
Mm,
collectiveness, and that is what we are known from. Like when doctor said something that way back home, you could just come to my house without even knocking the door, something
mm,
like that. And I remember the last time we had to get together in your house and we saw all ourselves, and I was so happy.
mm,
Just like
mm.
home, you know, having our dishes which you enjoy this year, but for common. Don't let me make more too much, but you surely enjoy it. And moving on, I know there are a lot of stories from past BAFA which I can testify to, and which a lot of people have been talking about. Even whenever we know someone saw it on status, then I don't know who status. So she met me on at my kids' school, and she was asking me that she saw something on one of her friends' status, the Festival of Arts. She was so excited. She said she wasn't there last year, but the feedback she got that she couldn't wait. I said, "Come on." It's just like this Ijebu Ode festival they always have
Mm.
every year.
Ojude
Exactly.
Oba.
We are bringing it here. Come on. So I have story to share about that, and I don't know if Doctor has something to tell our audience about the past
Yeah,
festivals like
BAFA. Thank you, Minister. BAFA 2024. We cannot quantify the impact BAFA has had in the life of our people. I've seen uh, young upcoming artists
mm,
that their life has been transformed. They've been known as a result of BAFA.
mm,
Something touched my heart a few months ago when we had issue with the council. You know, we
mm,
applied for we applied for a temporary license because when you are using the city center, you need a license to operate. So we apply for temporary license, and the temporary license can only allow us, to host about 500 people. And the council rejected it and said no. We said, with what we saw last year, you cannot host just 500 people. Go for a license that will allow you to host about 4,000 people.
mm,
Why were they saying that? Because of what they saw last year, because of the impact. Now, where am I going? That is not even the case. The newspaper, the local newspaper picked it and published it and said, the term they used was BRADFORD Festival cancelled. Because the council said we should not use temporary, They didn't pick that
mm,
we advised, to get a full license that will allow us to host more than 500 people. But they said it cancelled. Do you know I was amazed to receive email
mm,
from city center residents, some of the city center residents, sending email to us that we read this thing in the newspaper, we were there last year, we really enjoyed it. This year must go ahead. If it means for us to contribute money for you to get that license, we are ready to contribute money for you. When I saw that email, I was just amazed. Oh my God. It is because of the impact. Not one person that wrote that email to us. People wrote that email and said they want to be part of this. We saw it last
mhm.
year. We enjoyed it. If it is because of money that you cannot afford to apply for full license, we are ready
Mhm,
to support you. That's the impact we are talking about. And a lot of them are waiting as well for this year festival. So we've been able to showcase a lot of people. And that's the
mm,
focus, to showcase our people, to bring them on board. Once we showcase you, this year BAFA we've got a lot of dignitaries that are coming. You will also meet
mhm,
them. You get connected to them. We have about 3 Lord Mayors that has confirmed their attendance. A Kenya ambassador has confirmed their attendance. The regional leader for the military, they are coming. Chief of the police, a lot of people are coming. The art council director for the entire north, they've confirmed their attendance that they are coming. So we are bringing people so that we can as well connect them with our community member. That's what we are talking about when we talk about togetherness. So I believe so much that we've had that impact and will continue to make that
Thank you so much. And what you're saying is something I can testify to. When I saw the newspaper about BAFA being cancelled, I was like, this is a cheap joke or something because it's not possible because this is something that makes people happy. This is something that puts smile on people's face. We don't have to print a banner that we are like, okay, we are trying to help people's mental health, but everyone could see, and the story flew everywhere. People hear that, oh, Bafra this or that. I
Mm.
work in I used to work in like 2 cities from Bradford, and one a Ghanaian friend told me that he heard about a festival in Bradford. Wow, that he wished they could have something like that in Leeds. I was like, oh, it's possible. There's nothing impossible. But
They
don't
have
miss
it
this
in
way.
Leeds. One of our big sister is organizing the one in Leeds, and they've been doing that as well for the third year now. They
Mm,
have Leeds International African Festival.
mm,
But I won't lie to you, we've received a lot of requests as well from other
mm,
cities asking us that what you have done in Bradford, can we replicate it as well? We've had requests in Manchester, in a lot of other places, and but it's a lot to organize a
mm.
festival. It's not a it's
Please,
not
please.
just a small joke. You need to be someone that is determined, persistence,
Mm,
and resilience as well. It's very important. Those three things are the thing that you need if you want to
mm,
organize a festival. I think in the next few months now, I will be mentoring people on how to organize festival. Uh,
mm.
uh, yeah, uh, because we've had that experience. Thank you.
Yeah, although you've spoken about something I wanted to ask, but for those that might have that in their mind, because we know you do a lot of things and a lot, a lot. I always think that how do you rest? I always think that maybe I'm the one that up and doing, but like it's like you have 9 lives and something like that. But like many African men, I'm trying to delve into men aspects just a bit before we round up. Our race to suppress emotions and endure silently. I know you are a senior man. Let me use the word senior. There's something they call senior man from Africa in Nigeria now. No, I've seen this. You've seen the ocean, you've seen the everything, and how can African culture be reintroduced as a tool for vulnerability, strength, and community healing? Because I think you are in the best position to answer this because of so many experiences. I know
Mm.
you might not be able to say it, but you might have faced betrayal in the process of building stuffs like this. People might have let you down. Some people might even try to sabotage what you're doing. So, how can you advise on this? Please.
Thank you so very much. You see, men, uh, we are a special being. A special being. We are not like women, because if little things happen to women, everybody will know. But we know how to suppress stuff, and that is not good at all, sincerely. Because by the time you suppress, by the time you now bust it out, it might be too late.
Mm,
I was really concerned recently that why are men dying so young?
mm,
Why? It is because of that. We will have issue. We will decide to keep it within ourselves. We will not tell it to anybody. And before you know it, it affects our health, blood pressure,
mm,
headache, and so on and so forth. And if you are part of, if you are a man listening to me this evening, please, let's learn how to speak out. When you have challenges, speak out. Somebody was making a remark and said, on Friday, you were there when the person was, it's like you get angry easily. I say, it's not getting angry easily. It's pouring out my mind because I don't have time to
Mm,
go back and be thinking about what one person has done to me. I don't have that time.
mm,
With all the thing I am doing, I will not be thinking, talk about that offended me. I will say it
mm,
immediately to you, and it's going to end
mm,
there.
exactly.
But many of us, we don't do that. In fact, that is what even the Bible, that's what we were taught in the Bible. Say your mind, say it out. Not that you will now go home, you will now be thinking, I don't do that. And I think men should learn how to speak out when necessary. It is very important because that will help us. It's going to help our
Mm,
emotional balances and it's going to help us to live long. Now,
mm,
coming back to African culture, how we can use it to as a vulnerability, strength, and community healing. It is very important
mm,
because in those days, even in the Bible, you cannot even say you want to keep somebody in your mind for so long. When we are still practicing Mosaic law in those days, where you need to go and kill a cow if somebody offends you, you know, I think if we go back to that our culture, it can be of help.
mm,
When you see that Tope Dada is my brother, if Tope Dada did anything wrongfully to me, I need to tell him. There are two approaches I use in life. And one of them is if you do anything to me, I am not happy, is either I tell you immediately, or is either is something I can swallow. And I'm not going to use it against you. If I can swallow it, I move on immediately. And I will
mm,
not use it against you. But if it is something I cannot, I will tell you immediately and let you know. Then we move on from there. I
mm,
think we need to learn some of this culture. We need to learn some of these tools so that we can live long. Men need to live long.
mm,
I won't lie to you. In the space of how many months this year now, I know men that have died. We are leaving our children behind. We are leaving our wife behind just because we want to swallow everything. And these things are killing us. We are dying inside, but we decided just to keep it to ourselves. Please, 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 let's go back to our culture. Our culture can be of help. God as well can be of help and
mm,
can give us that healing. People will offend you, things will happen. Your job might not be going as you have planned. A lot of people are doing very well back home, but when they get to this place, they're not doing well again. And
mm,
before you know it, it affects their health, but they won't say it out. There are counselors. Counseling units are there. People are there that are there as a mentor that can be of help in most cases. So let's learn how to speak out. It can bring about healing. And that is why we are bringing community together, you know, bringing people together in form of these cultural activities that we're talking about. From there, who knows? You can meet someone that you can talk to. You can meet somebody that you can confide in. You can meet people that this person can be a good friend. I've seen people meeting their life partner as a result of some of these activities we're organizing, and
mm,
and they are together. So that is why togetherness is very important. Coming together and be part of what we are doing can be of help to some of our men. Let me stop there.
mm. Thank you so much for this. And like I felt so touched by those words of wisdom that we need to live because of it's not living for ourselves alone. No, men living children, wives. It's not something that puts smile on our face. Community is very important. Speaking out is very important. And finally, what would you say to an African man listening right now who feels disconnected from his roots, unsure of his identity, and or maybe overwhelmed mentally.
They should come out.
Mm,
I've seen men. I've seen people say, "Oh, once I get to the United Kingdom, oh, I don't want to associate with Nigeria. I don't want to associate with any Africa." You said something here now. You said your intonation might change, but your color will never change.
mm,
I read in the newspaper that somebody who is a leader here in the UK is saying that she never identify with Nigeria. But whether we like it, whether she like it or not, when she is writing her history, Nigeria will appear there.
yeah,
She
yeah.
school in Nigeria. She will put it there that she went to Ishagam federal government school in Ishagam.
Mm,
You understand what I'm saying now? That
mm,
route will still be part of that history. So
mm,
you that you are listening to me and you say, "Oh, I don't want to have anything to do with Nigerians. I don't want to have anything to do with Africa." We are your people. We are
mm,
your brother. We are your sister. There is nothing you can do. There is nothing. You need to learn how to deal with people. You see,
mm,
you just need to have an open mind, an open heart. In fact, over the years, with surprises I've gotten, with disappointment I've gotten, I have developed an open mind that if
mm,
I'm moving with anybody, anything can happen at any time. That person might surprise me at any time. So if
mm,
you decided to surprise me, I will take it as the usual. So if anybody is,
mm,
I will just take, oh, it has happened again, it has happened. Because I have seen, I won't lie to you, in the community, what we are doing, I've seen hell. I've seen disappointment with our people. But that will not make me to say, oh, no, I'm not dealing with Nigerians again, or I'm not dealing with African again. No, I am still an African man, and I will
mm,
continue to be an African man. So those people should please, let's come out. Let's support each other. That's why we are bringing community together. I am happy that what BAFA is doing. Do you know that a
mm,
lot of community association that is about to die now, that some of them have even come our attention that
mm,
you are African leader, you need to look at this community, they are dying. Is there anything to revive them? You know,
mm,
from other different countries. And that's why we are here. Because it is very important for us to move closer to each other and support each other. There is
mm,
no two way. There is no two way. If you are here and you are saying, "Oh, I don't want to have anything," have a change of mind. The
mm,
only thing that you need is just to set boundaries where necessary, to know where to stop, to know when to get closer, and to know when to stop. You need to just develop a strategy. I've developed that strategy for myself, and nothing surprises me again, sincerely. And I move
mm,
on with what I do, and without looking back. Whether you call me name, I don't care. I focus. I'm a determined person. If I said I want to do this thing, you go to hell and come back, I will do it with the help of God, having God's backing. So please, men, like I said, enough of untimely deaths. Enough, enough. I am a community leader, and I've seen people die sincerely. I've seen men die sincerely. I have been involved in a lot of funeral. I can't mention how many I've been involved this year. And these are men. We want to stop that. We don't want untimely death again. Enough is enough. And one of the things that can help us is for us to come back to our community. Let's learn
mm,
how to support each other. Enough of creating GoFundMe for funeral. Enough. 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 We need to come. I'm happy with what you are doing. We need to speak out to our men. We
mm,
need to remember we've got children. We need to remember we've got wife. We need to remember that some of us, we are the role model of our family. We are the glory of our family. If anything happens to us, a lot of
mm,
glory will suffer.
mm,
Imagine if Baba Adeboye He's not where he is today. What do you think will happen to a lot of people?
mm,
So we need to be thinking about that. And that is why we need to work on our mind.
mm,
We need to, buckle up a lot of things, remove them from your heart. Everything that you've put in your mind, release them.
mm,
There is nothing in this world. At the end of the day, we're going to die. We're going to leave it. But the Bible said we shall live long. It didn't say we're going to die young.
mm,
I have not seen that
mhm.
promises in the Bible. It said we are going to live long. And
Mm,
that should be our determination. And anything that will not allow the promise of God to come to pass, please, let's take it away from our life. And we shall
mm,
thrive in the name of Jesus. I think I've
mm.
started preaching now. Let me let me stop there.
Wow, 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 wow. What a wonderful, powerful session. Like, we should not stop. That's where I'm just feeling. But, we have to respect the time, and, because of time is money.
Mm,
Thank you so much, Doctor. And I'm just feeling emotional right now because, you know, seeing what people go through, and,
mm, mm,
not speaking up, people just, being unalive due
mm.
to depression, blood pressure, stress, and all sorts. Please, community is what we need. In as much as
Yeah.
we need prayers, we need community.
Mm,
Growing up, I could remember I used to be very sickly. I fall sick every month, and at times neighbors are those that will be around me, family, friends, and everything. In as much as you can't have them around here, community is what you really need. We have Nigerian community in Bradford here, which is ready to support you, to listen to you, and to be there for you. Not until something bad happens, that's when the community will just be involved or be informed. And I believe we have a better life, and we live long by God's grace. In wrapping up, BAFA 2025 is here on the 13th to 16th of August 2025 in the city of Bradford. Visit our website, which is www.bradfordafricanfestival.com. You won't miss this, because
yeah.
you will have to come back and say thank you to me, because you have everything you need. You just have everything. You just visit our Instagram as well, Bradford African at Bradford Festival of Arts on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on the YouTube, everywhere. Thank you so much, Dr. Oak. God bless you. What a rich and deeply inspiring conversation we've
Before I
had.
leave,
Okay.
I must
Okay.
also commend your efforts.
Thank you, sir.
I was telling somebody this afternoon that you are one of the people that came to rescue me. When I had disappointment from people that we trust, but you came when it was needed for BAFA. You are one
Thank
of
you,
those
sir.
people. I was watching the video that you guys did today, and I said, yes, these are people. These are real people. If you look at my status, these are real dedication. And that is what we need. And anytime you are doing something, I should be there as well, supporting you. I should be there to go and be part of what you are doing. That is what we are meant to do as a community. So I want to use this opportunity to also appreciate you, appreciate what you are doing, appreciate your family. Your wife too has been a wonderful sister to me. Sincerely, I hail her everywhere I go to.
Mhm.
So
Yes,
it's
sir.
it's a support that we all need. It's a support that I sincerely appreciate. Thank you for what you are doing for men. We might not be able to celebrate you today, but just know that deep inside of some of us, we are happy and we are supporting you, and we will forever celebrate you. God bless you, my brother.
Amen. Thank you so much, sir. Please, if your hands are not too heavy, please help us to celebrate Dr. Oak, and thank him for the insightful knowledge he has shared with us. And someone wrote something that's a life improvement consult. He says it's the trauma speaking up. We understand, but instead of bottling up the trauma, which will eventually cause more harm, speak out. Swallow your pride, put
Yeah.
aside shame and
Mm-hmm.
ego, because
Yeah.
it saves a lot. Speaking
Yeah.
up saves a lot. Being a
Exactly.
community saves a lot. That's why
Exactly.
is here in the UK at times you might be looking for where to put your kids when you have somewhere to quickly go to. If you're in a community, you could ring someone, can I
Mm.
bring my kid to you? That is what community are for. I remember at the time one of our neighbors' kids was was sick. They rang us, we were there for them. That is community. And then we inform other people that could be of help. In the community, there are doctors, counselors, lecturers, all sorts. When I was in the University of Bradford, Dr. O was one of
Yeah.
those that really helped me through school. It's
Mm.
because of community, and there are lots of people like that out there.
Mm.
Don't bottle things up, speak out, and you see that your life will be better. Thank you so much once again, Doctor. We are
Thank
so
you, my brother.
glad to have you. Thank you so
God bless
much.
you. God bless you. And
Yeah,
thank you to our viewers as well. God bless you. And for those who have
amen.
commented, we sincerely appreciate you.
Yeah,
Till next time we meet again. Bye for
exactly.
now.
So
Bye.
see you next month, first Saturday of every month. Men's Porch, Mind Over Matter. We are still bringing Doctor back. This time around, next time around, it won't be about BAFA, but about
Mm.
a. Don't worry. Let me just keep that as our secret. Kindly remember to check BAFA 2025 on that just scrolled now on the 13th to 16th of August. Keep it a date. I'm already on leave, so I'm fooling him. You could book your leave around that time. Come and enjoy. It's all about work, 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 work. Have fun, flex, release your muscles, and you have yourself to thank at the end of the day, not until you go to the GP. Kindly remember to follow Men's Porch on YouTube, at Men's Porch on Instagram, at Men's Porch, our website www.mensporch.org. And also you could see some of one of Dr. Oak's article on our website when he was talking about BAFA in some interview. Check them out as well. Thank you so much. God bless you. See you next time. Bye.